Hi everybody and welcome to my kitchen. I have been told to start doing cooking videos because apparently that's what people want to see. People want to see what you're eating. So I'm in a weight loss challenge right now and I am going to do a cooking video. I'm going to, my very first attempt at spring roll filling for Vietnamese spring rolls. So I'm just going to make them a little less greasy and a little healthier. So I hope you enjoy and here we go. So dice up your carrots. So there you go, you just want it nice and finely chopped. We're gonna set that aside. Now, the grocery store did not have green onions, so I grabbed some chives. They're kind of a similar flavor. Make sure you take out any of the ones that are dead to the world. Ooh, that one's trash. They're a similar flavor. I find the green onion a bit stronger. So, and the chive is more expensive. So take out, like I said, anything. Now you want your chives really small too. So to chop them, always make sure your fingers so you don't chop it. But for this part, you just need them really small. I don't want to go too fast just because I want everybody to see what's going on. And then your end ones, if you have long nails like me, you can just kind of chop them. So since chives are so small, you don't really need to run them through, but if you want to, give them a quick little run through. And I find cutting them gets more of the flavor out. Okay, so get a pot of water rocking because you need to take these vermicelli rice noodles. I'm not putting mushrooms in my spring rolls because I'm allergic to mushrooms. So if you're wondering why those aren't in there, that's why. So you don't want a lot of these. You want like maybe it comes in like 4 sections. 1 section for a pack of spring rolls because like 1 section is a lot of noodles and you'll probably have leftover, okay? In the meantime, I'm cooking with Josie. We are going to take sesame oil. I don't own a wok. Don't come for me, Asian friends. I just don't own a wok. So I have this rock frying pan. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of sesame oil, maybe a little more. Okay, so I've been cooking for about 20 years, maybe 25 years. So I just kind of know how much to put in. You'll get there. I like lean ground pork. Clearly, I live by a superstore, so as you can tell, President's Choice, lean ground pork. Let your pan get hot. You'll know it's hot enough because you'll start to smell the oil, and it's really fragrant, and it's got this really nice smell to it. Okay, so I buy this roasted garlic. You can roast your own garlic. Only put in, because it's like you don't need a lot. A lot of Vietnamese food doesn't have a lot of garlic in it. But it does have this minced ginger. So I always have this in my fridge too. Okay, so this is the ginger, this is the garlic. That's how much you put. Please keep in mind ginger is very spicy and it will burn your face off if you put too much. Okay, let this get fragrant, mix it around. This smell coming out of the pan should, I don't know, just smell like delicious Chinese food. That's how it should smell. If it doesn't, something's sour and you did it wrong. Also, if you're new to cooking, always remember, smell everything, okay? So I just put my pork down. break it up, and we're going to let that brown and throw our carrots. As you're breaking it down, make sure it breaks down really nice and small. And if you have lean ground pork, there is not going to be a lot of grease like there is with beef. As you can see the oil at the bottom of the pan. It's a bit shiny, but definitely break it down nice and small because we're putting this in spring rolls, people. So about now, mostly cooked, is when I'm going to throw my carrots in. And we're just going to mix those in. Yeah, a little bit of onion went in too. That's okay. That's okay. Flavor Town. So let your carrots cook with the rest of the pork. So now I add about a tablespoon and a half of my favorite oyster sauce. You can use whatever oyster sauce you want. We also put in a little splash of soy sauce, like a little splash. This is just to bring some saltiness into the recipe and for some extra flavor. Mix that around, let it incorporate. So this stage is when we throw in our chives. And you're gonna want to incorporate them, add a little color. So now we have this beautiful, beautiful mix. And again, there's no mushrooms because I am allergic, but I really like spring rolls. So yeah, now we just let this sit and simmer for a bit and let everything kind of juice itself together. Okay, so the noodles are in the pot and it says 3 to 4 minutes cooking time on the package. When you are cooking noodles for spring rolls, follow the instructions on the package. You don't want them to like try to continue cooking in your meat because then it'll get way too starchy and it'll get gross. I learned that the hard way when making a different type of dish. So here's the noodles. They should just kind of fall apart as you pull them off the fork. And then you rinse them in cold water. I need 2 hands, so I'm not going to show that part. Into the meat they go, so just kind of break them up and then start combining. And I'll be back. A tip for breaking up the noodles. Just kind of, I know it makes a lot of noise. I know it makes a lot of noise. We'll take that off. So just kind of, and then fold in, break up. Put as many noodles as you want. As this is the first time I'm making this recipe, and I kind of just read a couple recipes and did it in my head, I put a little bit too much noodle, so go by what you want. Now that it's nice and combined, it should look like this. Delicious. And then we'll make it into spring rolls after it completely cools. Okay, our mixture is really, really cold, and now we are going to roll your spring rolls. Really hot water, so let your hot water run. I take a plate and just put a little bit of water on it. And we are going to grab a rice paper. Okay, I use Blue Dragon because that's what was available, and make sure you submerge the whole thing. This is way easier to do with 2 hands. We're gonna see my rolling skills. And always remember with rice paper, if it's not pliable enough, just let it sit there for a minute. Take about a tablespoon of filling, spread it out. Okay. I don't know if I can roll this with one hand. I always try to make one side a V. I absolutely just did that by putting the phone in my mouth. So we're going to do that one more time. And just, yeah, make sure you get it all covered. Here is the finished product. I did them in the air fryer, so they're a bit healthier. So all in all, they are delicious and they are Baberino approved. So try this recipe out. I'm going to do the whole recipe details down below on Josie's Wing It spring rolls. Hope you enjoyed. Bye!